Unitechnik is providing the service of a general contractor, a so-called one-stop supplier that incorporates the complete material handling system comprising of mechanical parts and the automation. The mechanical parts are usually bought-in items, and the automation, that is our original core business. We even manufacture the cabinets in Germany, and we do the automation on the side of the controls, which is the so-called PLCs, and we do the automation on the IT side, which is the warehouse management system side. And on the warehouse management system side, you have then the screens and operators put in orders, and then the IT system translates that into orders for the PLCs, and that makes the whole system move. Currently we are doing the extension of Emirates Flight Catering. We already supplied the project for the phase 1, which was handed over to the client in 2006. Emirates is currently producing 200 to 220,000 meals per day, and with the growth of Emirates Airlines, they have invested into an extension of the system, and we are also supplying this extension. In this new project, there will be a new technology which has not been used, as far as I know, in Dubai at all. This is the so-called AGVs, which is automatic guided vehicles. Vehicles that move around in the facility and transport goods from point A to point B, and you don't need an operator. It's done fully automatically. We are the general contractor for this part of the so-called Package 8. Usually Emirates Flight Catering, let's say, divides the whole system into several technical packages, and we are supplying Package 8 for the AGVs, and the mechanical part is coming from a sub-supplier that we are working together with, and the controls and the IT part is again coming from Unitechnik. And we're also doing another package in this extension, which is called package number 2. That's an overhead monorail. And the overhead monorail, I think they have now 2.5 kilometers of this conveying technology in their system, and that was already supplied in the first phase. The overhead monorail is used to transport the carts. You know, the stewardess, they are pushing these carts through the aisle, and when they come from the aircraft, usually they take them and they empty them completely, and then they need to be washed. So they put them onto the system, the overhead monorail, and they transport them to a mezzanine level where they have cart washers. And then from there it's going to the tray setting. So the trays will be fully loaded again with new fresh food, and then it is usually put into some storage room, which is also a refrigerator, a big refrigerator, and from there they take it then to the aircraft. Well, we are very reliable, and they also honor that it is a good quality that we supply. Luckily, we have, let's say, a little advantage coming from Germany, and German products have a good sound in this region, so we think that is one of the reasons, and we don't let them down. We are also doing the service after we have supplied the system, and we are available on a 24/7 basis. The Emirates Flight Catering, they have a very good dedicated service team of their own, so they do the complete first level support, but when this team has reached a point where they don't know how to proceed, then they can call on us if it is 3 a.m. in the morning or on a weekend. It doesn't matter, we are there and we support them. There are certain levels of support that we can provide, which is actually only a call-out service, which we would call a second level or maybe even third level support, to a first level support like we are doing in the project for Integrated National Logistics, the INL project. There we have people on the ground during the day shifts, and they are doing the preventive maintenance. And if something happens outside this timing, then we would again have a call-out service. And for the Dubai Flower Center, this is actually the one reference where we even do the operations. So they probably compared with their own costing compared to our prices, and they decided to go for us with the operation as well. So the scope can be from just sitting there and maybe waiting for a call to come, to completely operating the system. We really have a dedicated team, because it's not enough to just have a name that it is Unitechnik, which is a brand in this area. You need to have the people that can really support the client. So you have to have knowledgeable staff, and luckily we have that. And this means that we can really keep the promise that we are making to the client. And we are constantly training our staff. For some of the staff, that means they have to go to Germany, and there they are trained by the colleagues in Germany. And it is very helpful to have the backup from the colleagues in Germany with their long time know-how, and that they can transfer that know-how to our local staff.